Hey, should you use images in your email campaigns? And if so, what kind? And what's good and what's not? That's what I'll cover in
Welcome
this
to the
episode.
Everything
Ready?
Email
Here we go.
Podcast with Ken Countess. Ken is a world-renowned email marketing expert. He'll help you 10x your business with email strategies that generate more sales. And now, here's Ken Countess.
Hey, welcome to episode 95 of the Everything Email Podcast. I'm Ken Countess. This week, we're going to talk about images. Should you use them? How big should they be? What should they look like? I'll go over that in just a few minutes. But before I do, I want to be sure that you have not missed the recent episode I did on Google and Yahoo's email changes. That was in episode 93. Just a couple of weeks back from when I'm recording this episode. You can find all old episodes on Apple, Google, Spotify, and my website too, wherever you find your podcasts. And the one on Google and Yahoo is really important because if you use email marketing to send emails out, you've got to be sure that your authentication is done correctly. Otherwise, your emails may not get delivered and you won't even know it. All right, let's get into this week's episode. This is about images. Last week, I got an email from someone who said, hey, would you take a look at my email and tell me if it's okay? And the email was one big image with just a little bit of text down at the bottom. And what I told her was, you're probably going to have difficulty with this one because internet service providers and email service providers on the receiving end cannot tell what's in that image. So they don't know if it's legit or not. Are you sending stuff you shouldn't be sending? So for that reason, among others, do not send an email that's one big image. Meaning, you may have a PDF, you may have a JPEG or a PNG or any other kind of big image. And because the internet service providers, as your email is making their way through their system, they can't tell what it is. And in order to protect the credibility of their service, they may block it. It won't even get to the spam or junk folder. It won't get delivered at all, and you won't even know it. So the rule to follow, as with many things in life, it's the 80-20 rule. 80% of your email should be text, 20% images. And you can bend the rules a little bit. It's not a hard and fast rule. But make sure that when someone receives your email, they may see an image, they may not. But the text should be the vast majority of your email, not the image. When it comes to images, there are lots of ways you can include images in your email. There are plenty of free resources. If you're a photographer, that's perfect. There are several free online photo sources where you can find powerful images. Best images are the ones that are real. The ones that you take yourself or have someone on your staff take. Stock images are kind of old and tired, and people these days tend to know that it's a stock image that you pulled. So try to keep it real. Be creative. Support your brand identity. Make sure the image size is not too big or too small. For email header images, keep the image height to less than 200 pixels and the width up to 600 pixels. And make sure when you're resizing that you use proper tools so you avoid distorting the image. When it comes to file type, JPEG, PNG, or GIFs, they all work great. Text overlay is excellent if you know how to do it. And make sure that your images are all clickable. All right, that's it for this week. Make sure that your email campaigns look great. Use the right size images when you use them. Make those images clickable. That's it for this week. If you haven't started using email marketing, I've got a great offer for you. Go to my website. It's kenisemail.com and look at the top of the page. You'll see the best email offer up there. Check that out, and you'll automatically become a member of my inner circle. That's it for this week. Thanks for listening. We'll see you next time.
Thanks for listening to the Everything Email Podcast with Ken Countess. If you like the podcast, tell your friends and coworkers about it. Be sure to visit kenisemail.com to sign up for Ken's mailing list. You'll get great marketing tips every week in your inbox. Have questions? Send Ken an email. It's ken@kenisemail.com. See you next time.